Welcome to SFL, Innovative Logistics Experts.
We have Amanda Brien with us today. And Amanda Brien is the former chairwoman of the Supply Chain and Logistics Association of Australia, one of Australia's largest networks. And she's also current CEO of Xtreme Freight Australia. And she has over 30 impressive years of experience in the logistics industry. Amanda, I'm so pleased to speak with you today, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to highlight your story.
Very welcome. I'm happy to be here.
All right. So, to begin with, how did you come about pursuing your career in the logistics and supply chain?
Well, it was a varied start. It wasn't your normal path that you usually take into it, but I've always been fascinated by the supply chain and the way things move and the way commodities move around the world. And certainly from traveling internationally over many years, I've always found it fascinating in how we actually execute the end logistics game. So I guess there has been a varied interest in the supply chain and logistics industry over a very long period of time, but there certainly wasn't a set path in actually arriving at the final destination. And I think in life that's what makes it so interesting. It's certainly it's an evolving, it's changing, it's certainly expanding, and it will always be part of our network globally.
Definitely. S- Um, so, as a woman in leadership, I'm sure along the way, given your extensive experience, you've definitely experienced challenges. You've
Mhm.
certainly overcome them. What I'm interested to know is what lessons have you learned along the way?
Well, I think it's an evolving thing that you must always continue to learn and learn from your peers and the people around you as you go through your career. There certainly have been a lot of challenges. However, I think those challenges have taught me to continue to stay on the path. And I think the greatest the lessons that I've learned is to have a self-belief, an intuitive self-belief in what you're doing. You are going to make mistakes. You are going to need to continue to learn and improve in certain areas. But the greatest lessons are that you need to cooperate with people, and people need to feel incorporated into your vision, your culture, your future. And so the greatest lesson I think I can learn is that you must have humility in business. It doesn't matter at what stage of life you are at, but people are your most important commodity in this industry.
Definitely. Um, Definitely, I agree. And also, Amanda, you are a CEO yourself. So, what sought after skills do employers look at when hiring women?
Well, I think the most disappointing thing is that we still have this gender gap, and we still have, um, you know, we don't have parity in pay and positions in any industry, not just the transport and logistics industry. But I think that whether you be male or female, what they look for is the all-round package. I think definitely one of those is you have to have financial acumen. You certainly have to articulate your strategy and your vision, and you have to have an understanding of the way business works, and fundamentally and most importantly, you need to be able to lead people and manage people.
Definitely.
So I think they're skills that they would look in not just female CEOs, but certainly male CEOs as well.
Yeah. Um, yeah, you said there is that disparity, Amanda. So, how important is it for organizations to have a gender diverse organization? You know?
I think it's incredibly important, and we know through research and studies over the years that, when you incorporate more of a mix into a business environment, whether you're a small or a large business, economically the rewards are up to many percentage bases higher if you have a diverse workforce with a diverse range of skills. And that's particularly important in any organisation. So I would encourage that, particularly in our industry. We do not have as many women working in the industry as we would like, but I think it's something that we work towards every day, and we certainly continue to make steps towards including more professional women into this industry.
And women are doing so well for themselves, most importantly,
Yes,
across
they
sectors.
are.
Because on my research, I was researching, and so many inspiring stories. I think we're definitely growing, steering towards that. And yeah.
Yes, in so many areas, Sadea.
Uh,
Yes, there's just so many areas where women are excelling, and it's important that women back each other. And I
yeah.
think that's one of the most important points in
Agree.
any environment or work setting.
Agree, definitely. So, as you also mentioned, Amanda, the industry is forever changing, it's evolving, and given even the pandemic hitting us, took us into unprecedented terrains, what do freight forwarders need to do to stay relevant and perhaps even ahead of their competition?
Well, I'm not speaking on behalf of freight forwarders, although we certainly deal with a lot of freight forwarders, but particularly in the transport and logistics industry. You need to be able to keep up with regulatory requirements and compliance and global trends in this industry in particular. And I think in order to do that, firms need to be innovative and proactive. And it's certainly about that last mile delivery. And I think technology will continue to play a very important part in that future. And it's important to not only follow the trends, but certainly where you can see areas of improvement, implement that technology into your existing businesses in order to take up those opportunities. It's certainly evolving, it's certainly changing, and I think it's going to be a very important factor considering the timelines, and obviously it's growing. So we need to utilise that technology to assist us in all areas and dynamics of the business.
Agree, agree, agree. So, from your experience as for a former chairwoman of Australia's largest supply chain and logistics industry, how important is it to network, or what benefits do networking bring to the table or your organization?
Oh, it's essential. It is absolutely fundamental to anybody's success. I think the networks you make, and it might not necessarily just be within the supply chain, the transport and logistics industry, whatever networking you can possibly do with other industries, they will always give you an insight into how you can improve things in your industry. So I think it's vital that even for young people coming through, that they really procure the opportunities to get out and visualise, go to conferences, meet with young people, meet with mentors, certainly get into different workplaces, have a look at the way they operate. It's essential to keep a strong network and continue to grow that throughout your career. Because you never know, they can always help out. There may be a particular problem or challenge in your workplace that you fundamentally don't either have the resources or knowledge about, but those networks that you've met along the way can certainly assist and help you moving forward. So networking is probably one of the most essential things that I think every person across business sectors should do in their careers.
That's great advice, Amanda. I couldn't agree more. um, yeah, so thank you so much for your time, Amanda. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you for watching. To stay ahead of the game and for more content like this, don't forget to hit that bell icon and click to subscribe to our channel. SFL Software Logic is dedicated to supporting and elevating logistics businesses through technology. Powered by CargoWise One, our ecosystem comprises of consultancy, implementations, and support. Our mission at SFL, we believe in constantly challenging how things are done to create opportunities for us and our partners and ultimately collaborate with us to stay ahead of the game. SFL, Innovative Logistics Experts.